Good day, everyone. This is Dude along with
Tommy. Hello.
So today we have FunWhole Steampunk vintage car, set number F9019. We have never tried this company before. It has a fun name.
Yes, and just to be clear, this is how it's spelled. Because otherwise it sounds a little funky.
Yeah. Now, we will admit we at least opened this box already to look at the directions, see what actually was in it, to figure out how we were doing this.
Yes, and it actually comes with a service card.
So if there's any missing pieces or whatnot.
Yeah, if there's any missing pieces, they have a QR code that you can scan to go through the process of reporting the missing pieces. Oh, that's this one.
Yes.
This one is for joining their fan club, essentially.
So, this bag one in particular is a light kit. And that's essentially the big claim to fame to FunWhole is they all come with their own LED kits.
Yes.
So we have a 2-button cell battery case or a USB cable. We will be using the USB. And we've actually tested these off camera too to make sure they were working.
Yes. That was another reason why we already popped this open.
So the figure starts in bag F.
Yes.
I'm going to hand that to Connie first, so she can put that together since that's step 1. Bag 3.
I'll also make a note, this is a very solid book.
Yeah, it's a very nice... They were definitely trying to copy the Lego standard on the book. And the box is quite nice and folds up.
So we've got high hopes for this.
And for someone who likes to just sit in a chair and build these on their lap, this is a fantastic box. However, we'll see how the actual build quality is. Now, that said, I can say right now, the figures look a little weird to me.
Yeah, it'll take some adjusting.
I'll admit the one that comes with this one looks fairly okay all in all, but we were looking at another set because it was on sale at the time of recording, and it's going, oh, that's a dude who has a look of, I don't care. There's a fun look on his face. So there's bag 3s.
Got this almost slight modelish arms and hands with this, as we've seen with some other kits.
These feel amazingly like Mega.
That was something crossing my mind, was they feel a little glossier.
As I take this off screen for a second to look. Go.
That was a nice snap.
Yeah. The other thing, they have no branding on the bricks themselves.
Huh.
I know Keyplay, Q-Man have the Enlighten, E-N-L or E-N? Yeah. Printed on the bricks. Yes, the actual true parent company of both Q-Man and Keyplay. I know.
Oh dear.
Need a hand?
I need this off again because I got ahead of myself. Thank you.
And just in case, modeling pliers.
See, as you can tell, a little bit more modelish on the figure here.
Yeah, this is... It's not quite as glossed as Mega. But if I was blindfolded, I might actually confuse these for Lego on feel. They're a nice, solid brick. So, again, I haven't started putting them together. The figure definitely not.
The figure
The figure is its own thing.
Yeah.
There's no question of that figure.
I'm just putting together the little signs. They may be funky to try to get in place properly.
Yeah. Oh, and just to make
Hands.
note, just because I was kind of riffing on just because I don't particularly care for the look of it, doesn't mean it isn't a good figure. It's just personal opinion.
So there were extra pieces in the figure bag, just as a note here.
So, well, extra hands are always good.
Extra hands are always good. My point is that there are pieces like this that were not mentioned, at least at this stage, involving the figure.
Gotcha. Anyway, now I'll just scoot things over, and I get to essentially make that.
Yes.
And
Meanwhile, I will be opening and sorting bag 2.
Yes. I will say the directions definitely took a lot of the mega design for the arrows.
Ah.
For going these studs to these. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that one's not a complaint by any
Yeah.
measure.
Which, considering these are almost comparable to Lego in cost, you expect them to be built decently.
Yes.
Now, the other reason they're closer to Lego in cost.
Shiny.
Ooh, that is a very nice chrome. But as I was about to say, the other reason they're close to Lego in cost, of course, is the LED kit that will be built in as we go.
Yes.
I think it's mostly in bag 2 that goes in place. Which means Kami gets to do a light kit. Yay!
It'll be my first time since the ship in a bottle, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think we did a light kit for Sesame Street, but I think you were mainly the one
Yeah. But
laying it. But
that got interesting at times.
yeah.
As a lot of the aftermarket light kits do. Unless you're spending a fortune because you're going, oh, this is going to be a special display piece. I want this to be a really good light kit. So yeah, I can honestly say the directions here are fantastic. You don't have the over tight tolerance, which Sembo, for example.
Yeah.
It feels right, if that makes sense.
It's snug, but it's not.
Yeah. It's snug, but it's not, oh, how am I going to get this apart?
The intake
Heat.
for the engine.
And we do have our Lego separators on standby, as usual.
These are interesting pieces.
Yes. As I got distracted complimenting them, I almost skipped one of the steps. Because I looked away for a second.
Whoops.
I went, oh yeah, there was a fourth step in the directions here. 1, 2, 3. I almost forgot that fourth one. That would have definitely been me. So, there's a front axle. I think that's a front. That might be the rear. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's an axle.
We'll find out.
Downside is this piece doesn't show up nicely on the directions with having the two nubs here because it's a dark color in this case, but it's easy to realize, yes, that is what you need. I'd say, hey, you might want to slow down at times if you're going, wait.
Yeah. Now note, it's quite nice that they've printed.
Yeah, that's
pieces.
the other thing I was noticing. The signs and all
The signs
are printed.
nicely printed.
There's no stickers. And considering this is their cheapest set,
Yes.
essentially, and we're able to go, yeah, there's no stickers here. That's a good sign.
Yeah, because I would get a little, potentially annoyed having to lay this, seat back, I think?
Yeah. That looks like it might be part of a chair, so... Hey, we have axles now.
Hey!
And my step is almost done. But, yeah, all in all, I like the silver. It has a nice little slight marbling. Which I'm pretty sure is intentional, or otherwise that's a quote-unquote bad mix, but I'm pretty sure that's a feature, not a flaw in this case.
Yeah.
It does actually add more visual appeal when done that way, so, yeah, fine thing. Sometimes a flaw is a good thing.
Yeah, sometimes a flaw really does add character.
It's kind of like if you find one of the Lego bricks that has an odd marbling of more than one color, or the color hasn't fully saturated and it ribbons, those can be worth $500 for just a brick. So, yeah. That's not me saying anything bad about. That's just me going, whew, this game is pricey.
It's such an uncommon thing for Lego to have something like that get through QA.
Uh-huh. Which is why it's going, were those done by janitors or... Yeah, there is a lot of, who did this? So I will note there's no extra pieces in this bag.
So that may be something to note. We'll see as we go along here, but there may be... Well, aside from the hands here, obviously, and the arms, I'm going... Maybe not any extra pieces for the main build here.
Yeah. Fenders. One of these is wrong.
Uh-oh.
I could tell quickly I put the one piece one backwards.
It just got mirrored wrong.
Yeah,
basically.
And became a little shorter because of it. Okay, double check. Yep. So, at this step, they recommend... So some of those extra pieces may come into play because bag 2 also suggesting bag F. So, in the meantime, I get to carefully start...
I get to build an engine.
Yes.
Which is where these interesting pieces come in.
Should be second nature for you. It's in your blood. Kami has a few mechanics in her family.
Yes.
I have lots of truck drivers in mine, so...
Let's see here. I see what these are... What they're prompting me to do here. 1, 2, 3. These are going to be pistons, I believe. Not pistols, pistons.
Yeah. And while Kami does that, I can start sorting my bags. I get the tires. Yeah. Rubber tire. Nice.
That goes in a bit. And let's see here.
Yeah. If you're wondering what that sound was for me, that's the snug part. That's not a bad thing to have those snug, but whew. Mounting an actual tires. Oh, not those.
You want that lined up with the end, basically.
Now, I will make a note. We're going to be using the USB cable, as I noted earlier. If you wanted to have this more for actually being able to move around with the lights, the battery pack is recommended because the directions tell you how to properly mount it to the base so it doesn't affect clearance. Yeah, printed pieces.
Go. It's coming along.
Oh, yes.
Ah,
So what's your opinion of the feel of putting these bricks together?
they feel quite nice, I would say.
Yeah.
They feel, as we've noted, they feel snug, but they're not overly tight and they're not
Loose.
yeah. I'm not so worried about things falling apart here. I'm just trying to get things even. There we go. Yes, Lego brick separator, as always, came in handy there.
Yep. Ah, here's more of that, like, seat pattern.
Let's see here. You guys are supposed to be facing up, but I'll adjust you in a minute here. Once I've found, this is the front, it would appear. There we are. When straightening out the pistons, actually made things pop off a little bit.
Oops.
Dude's throwing
Show off
things
the
everywhere.
interesting crystal piece. One hand it looks cool, on the other I'm going, that's just a jagged piece of plastic, isn't it? Yep. There's no way to connect it or anything. It's just going, ooh, shiny rock. So, okay. I've been saying nice things. There's something else I can actually ding them on. Going, yeah, it's pretty, but it doesn't connect. This is just going to be something to step on and hurt worse than a Lego. Oh god, that really would actually.
Okay, so I believe I've hit the first wiring step here.
Aha! You can do it.
Let me see if that actually makes a difference, as the direction in which these little...
That might actually...
the little notches in them.
Yeah, that might be a good thing to be adjusting now to help guide the wire. I didn't realize it had notches. I'm too focused on my bag of sorting to have noticed.
There went there went the engine block again.
Oopsie. Another blown engine.
Go. Alright. We've already done the check light step that they've
Yes.
described, so
And then separated them from the USB to make it easier.
I believe it's this that they want me to have.
Yep. So yeah, in this case, bag 2 is hardest. Dude may have known this when he suggested Kami take bag 2.
Yeah.
Haha!
He confesses.
Yes. I didn't want to be the one who always does the light kits more or less. Felt wrong. It was like with anything, the more experience you get doing it,
True.
the better you get, and considering how they do the light kits on this might be the easiest
One to
deal with in general.
learn with, quote unquote.
True. Yeah, this is very similar to the kits we used for the Ship in the Bottle, Sesame Street, and we have one for BD9 when we finally, or BD1.
BD1, there we go.
I increased his numbers for some reason. Don't ask. Yeah, I'm still going, this is pretty, but that's just going to be painful.
I'm just trying to, because I think they're telling me to wrap it around.
Here, let me have a quick check.
So that excess will...
Actually, no, it's not telling you to wrap it around.
What is it telling me to do?
In the next steps, it will actually show you. So you'll have a hanging bit between the lights, and it will get tucked behind in a min. The fun of double checking the steps, sometimes going further ahead. I didn't know either, but yeah, you should have that loop. Yep, perfect. So yeah, you'll see in step 19.
They have me tuck this back here.
Yeah.
Carefully.
Yes.
And this also comes around this side. Trying not to get them in between
Pinching points, yeah.
impinging points here. Okay, that goes out the side. But what are you telling me to do next? I need this. To hold it, I guess.
Aha. Yep. That does appear to hold it quite nicely.
And these pieces make a little channel for the wire to go through.
The upside of having it designed around the light kit.
Yes.
Because, yeah, doing some of the Lego kits gets challenging because Lego wasn't designed for.
Yeah.
But darn it, they look so good at times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Disney Castle was the other one.
Ah, yes. This goes on top of here if I'm... Yeah, if I'm reading that correctly. I believe I am. And that the wire is supposed to come below here. And then
yeah, these bricks are very nice to have that channel for them.
this came loose.
We'll take care of that in a minute.
And that snapped. That was not a wire problem,
Hold on.
that was...
There you go. Yeah, that was pushing down on the table and...
pushing down on the table to get this in place correctly.
yeah.
And this needs to be tucked in.
Should look at the next step. Tweezers would work better, but this will work quite nicely too. So yeah, there's a nice channel with the wire. There. You can see the thin wire going in there. And again, these have nice notches. Showing off the notches, you can see there's space above and below to hide wires between.
Yes.
So yeah, I will say from that perspective, I'm definitely liking some of the design choices.
Yes. You are supposed to go in here, I believe. Now that's not quite the location. Why are you...
That looks right.
The little intake above the radiator grate. Let's see here. This piece goes here. Provided I don't fumble it. Goes on the little dot here. And I believe they want this to go back here, but I'm not...
Want me to look real quick?
If you would, please, because I'm getting very
Concerned.
stuck.
No, you had it right.
Because it doesn't seem to want to go there.
It's because the piece below turned a little. There we go. Minor. How dare you move? There we go. Put you back in place. Yeah, because, as I quickly show off, right here, we invert a piece. I didn't have that square when I did that. So that threw off the attachments. So, sorry about that. But it was easily corrected.
That all still comes through.
Yep.
I need this piece to pin the wire here. And then come up over here and through here.
I'm actually useful right now. Yay!
I appreciate everything you're doing to help because I know I have massively slowed down the build here.
Again, I gave you the hard part.
This. If you could relax the...
I am.
Making sure I've got the...
Orientation, right?
Yeah. So that there's this to help steer the wire. Then I need... Where are my... There they are. These go
The sides there.
to the sides. Get another one of these that goes on top of this. Does that look right, dude?
Yeah, I was just going flex. I was just making sure the main was secure. That's all. No, this looks fine. Again, I like how they have those bricks with the built-in channels. And I have a battery pack to plug in it when everything is done.
This goes behind the radiator cap.
Yes.
Which I presume is what the gold piece is supposed to be. Is
Most likely.
now it's having us put another one of that on top of this.
To extend the
Height.
lighting channel. And we have the coffee house mix from ineedmusic.co. Info in description, but it's literally as it sounds.
Yes.
A nice royalty-free music choice. But again, since we're using them, we like to call them out.
Turn this to the side. That.
I'm pretty sure I'll also have Fat Frog Studios listed too, because I get lazy. Hey, it's easier just to call out everyone that I'm using instead of. Because then if I later on mix a couple of them, I don't feel bad.
Ah, the running boards, I think.
Yeah. What it does kind of look like, so.
There it goes.
Let me move these.
They would have been handy for
Yep.
him, but he's put together now.
Yes.
That being said, this does not want to go in place. Why, there we go.
The figure itself, nice mobility on it, I'll say, but has somewhere of like a Playmobil crossed with a generic Lego figure. It's a weird combination thereof. It's not a bad thing. I'm just going. different, and that's...
Yeah, it's not necessarily our style, but it's not like it's
not bad
quality.
Oh, no.
Whew, a lot of steps to this step. So this is the little contraption they've had me build for this side of the car. And then that goes in place. I believe here. And that would line up with the rest of the body of the vehicle, so that makes sense to me, at least.
Makes sense to me. Sorry, minor. It's that one area keeps wanting to pop because of putting pressure down.
Yeah. And now I get to mirror everything I just did for this side. Which I figured I was going to have to do, but because there were so many steps involved, I figured in this case, wait and make sure it's being done properly.
Yes.
Dude, if you would, please.
Yeah. Careful. Put that on last. And then I put it on crooked. Make sure the wire's in the channel. Yeah. So yeah, just be very careful when applying pressure down on that area. That is currently the weak point.
Okay, time to build the mirror of the contraption that I just did.
That's coming along.
It is. It feels a little slow, but when you're trying to put stuff in place for a lighting kit and all, you really need to make sure that things are good.
Yeah. Especially since those wires are fragile.
Yes.
They're very thin. That said, it's good experience for a kid to get into electrical engineering even, or just getting used to the feel of, as weird as that sounds.
Had to make 2 of these.
Hey, I remember growing up, had these component boards which had resistors, diodes, and all, and you had springs next to them, and you connected wires to the springs and around to make different electrical circuits. Those are also a really good starting point. Considering I now have an engineering degree.
Yeah.
Show me the train. Wait, wrong engineer. Oh, I kid you not. So, first day of orientation, someone showed up, and they went, so this has nothing to do with trains?
Yeah.
Found out no, and we never saw him again. And it's just going, oh, that wasn't a joke.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was one of the weirder things. I know, it's a very short story. But considering I went to a engineering college, we had a whole 10 degrees at the time when I went. Fully credited. Used by the government to hire people. Oh wait. Yeah! Even if I did become a contractor first. Oh, I do not miss being a contractor.
Try to get this bump. There we go.
So there's the essentially the simplest story I have from college.
Someone shows up, wait, this has nothing to do with trains? Leaves.
Goes, wait, this isn't about trains? Yeah, wrong type of engineer. Oh. And gone. Oh.
Possibly the cheapest little piece on this entire build.
Yes.
The little classic Lego steering wheel.
Yep. And one day I'll go into some of the other stories I have from college. Not all are as appropriate. Because it was from college, people were idiots.
Yeah.
Nothing too graphic in any means, it's just going, no, some of it gets a little colorful in general.
If I could ask you to do that, dude.
Just double...
Yeah, nothing too graphic in an inappropriate sense. Not to roast anyone in the
Hold on 1 second.
from the college, but it was a geek college.
Not that. Yeah, that's right. Why? I'm actually backtracking. I think there's a minor issue when it's going. Let's see. So I now have to carefully take apart. I see what the issue is. Yep.
Where did I mess up?
We needed this one piece under the tan, which is... So, 1 second. Because
as we're fixing this off screen.
Because this gets challenging, because now there's wires and... Yay, wires.
In general, please be careful with your wires.
Yes. Can I essentially do that? Can you hand me the other Lego separator? Please and thank you. Thank you. I carefully get leverage. There is no careful here. There we go. Going, this isn't going to go on because the spacing is just ever so slightly Okay.
wrong.
Yeah, and it was literally just a minor. So yeah,
Yeah.
there was.
We're fixing off screen.
Yeah. It was an easy fix, quote unquote. It was just I'm being extra careful because
Wires.
Wires.
We may or may not do a jump cut through this part because, again,
There we go.
all this is
Sorry.
happening off screen.
Very sorry. Did I just do something wrong? You go one down. Question mark. No idea. So yeah, I will have to go in and do a minor edit. As I go, what did I do wrong? At the moment, I'm not fully sure. Hey, I used the wrong piece. Hit that one. Okay, we try this one more time. Without a massive oopsie on dude's part. I see what happened in the end.
What happened?
It was an extra. You had the silver piece in place. You had it on the bottom instead of the top of the brick. And because I kept not taking that out, so that's why everything went together. It was the right amount of pieces, just wrong order.
Ah,
Okay, so hopefully this is. I've already come back to that mentioning. So just redid that real quick. Now that fits. Okay.
hooray!
So
We can continue going.
now we'll have to flip back.
To get to roughly where we are.
Yeah. So sorry about the jump cut.
So, just put in the steering wheel.
And I think hold on. There we go. When I was working, that started to want to come undone. Sorry.
And something is not quite right again.
I see this.
That needs to be
Goes in
forward.
front of, yeah. Really? There you go. There we go.
Now I can put in the
Lights. The
the
windshield.
There we are.
So yeah, double check the order you put bricks on. I've done that too many times, so I can't say anything.
Try not to pinch the wire down the side,
Yeah, that would
because
be
that
bad.
would be problematic for this. Huh.
Yay,
okay.
extra pieces.
Extra pieces.
That's
so
a good thing.
yeah.
And I say I will need these at least from bag F. So, first things first, we take the nice plush covering from the back of the seat, place it there.
Now that things are...
You go. There we go. That stays out of the way now. Swing on the back there. And we need a piece here as I put that right back in my way.
Whoopsies.
I'm gonna do it again, I'm sure.
May I see the book again real quick?
One moment. There you go.
This piece is on backwards.
Oh, hold on.
Because they're supposed to be the mirrors.
There, now
There
it's
we are.
corrected. So, 1 sec as I install the one light, and it's telling me to zigzag the wire here, which is a standard method for when doing the light kits in general.
Yeah, wire management and all that.
Yep. And I need an orange cap for the light. And I'm going to let that go and have to redo it in a second. Because yeah.
That is one thing that's, if I have to say, the steps are detailed as far as the wiring, but sometimes it feels like they need to be secured in between the steps.
Yeah, well, this actually does get secured in the same step. It's just need to essentially do a few things first, because as I carefully make sure the zigzag is decent.
In this particular step, it does do that. I'm just saying other steps leading up to this point as well.
As I carefully push that down a little, but without trying to crush it. And that's the key thing, is not crushing the wire either, so it will not fit perfectly smooth. That is a downside. Then we have this wire cross over the top, and it will probably get secured shortly after. And here's the other orange
For the tail lights.
Yep. And okay, so this gets fun.
Do you need me to hold something in place while you turn a page?
No, I'm trying to figure out how to do this, because I'm going, I could easily ask you to help. It's just going, it's getting the right motion down, because it's essentially wrangling 3 wires at once. So we have the one to this light, one going over, and then the one to supply power. Okay, I think I got it. Then we put the other hubcap, or fender on, fender. Hubcap goes on the wheels, dude. You know this. And as you'll see, they're not 100% flush because wires. That should not really cause much issue. Okay, and this. Then get secured between the lights. That one. And there's the last silver piece with a nice channel. With a nice, or was a channel there. But that's just minor thing. I'm just happy it has them.
Yes.
There we go for the bumper. So now the cable here goes underneath, which is important because that does need to go under there.
Yes.
Okay. Now it should be easy. The lighting is quote unquote done. Final wiring still needs done.
Yes.
But that is fairly easy.
A nice little ore piece.
Yeah. I just see that being stepped on, and this is from someone who stepped on many Legos and doesn't really mind stepping on Legos.
This one looks
I'm
a little
weird.
painful though.
Yeah, that's it. It looks extremely painful to me.
Like a little shard of glass.
Yeah.
But in plastic form.
Yeah, but be careful with that. That's the most dangerous thing of this set, I think. Is
This particular piece.
a fun gem. Dumbest DR visit ever. And how'd you cut your foot? Stepped on a jagged brick. Making a very simplistic piece. I'm doing it wrong though. There we go. Wait, I did that wrong. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look. And those go here. Straighten that. Make sure the main making sure the chassis is secure. Because I've deformed it a few times.
Yeah, and once the chassis is messed up, there's not much coming back from it in terms of a real car. Thankfully, much easier to fix in this case.
True. The frame's shot. But hey, we'll give you $50 for scrap. But the car cost me 20 grand. And now it's worth $50. Oh, sad part is, yeah, that's about right.
You mean it wasn't worth $50 the moment it rolled off the lot? But that is a joke about depreciating value on a car, but...
So I'm making doors. Yay, doors. Just a simple 1x1 on the back of. Door handle goes towards the top of the door. From that, very nice playability at the door. As I think I bumped that earlier and fixing that.
While they've identified this as a steampunk type of build, this is making for a rather nice little hot rod design.
I know it goes with other steampunk sets that are in this line, but yeah, this one in particular does not scream steampunk. Just not a bad thing, I'm just saying this one in particular.
Yeah, this one's a little past the usual era that one would highlight as steampunk.
Yeah, this feels more combustion engine.
Yes.
Okay, now put that in the center, and it doesn't want to... Tells you to center it, and it's going. Nope, it wants to go one side or the other. So, it's like playing with magnets right now. I let go, and it shifts again.
Yeah.
I will break out the pliers. I will win. I think the thread actually worked. If all else fails, thread him to pieces. I wish I could say that doesn't work. But it's worked way too many times for other things as well.
Threatening computer, threatening...
Oh, the computers know when I say I'll just make them into a toaster. I mean it. And this is why I have an 11-year-old computer that still runs. Windows 7.
Yeah.
I do security for a living. I know I shouldn't have a Windows 7 system anymore. Still gets updates for its antivirus from Microsoft.
Yeah.
It doesn't do much else, but hey, I need something to play some of my older games on. And I have beaten that with such a stick before that I can run all kinds of games on it with different language local. Yay, I can play Japanese games, and yeah, it's usually just the Japanese ones, but anyway. I like RPGs. That's the moral of the story.
Yes. And again, on the note of security and whatnot, if anyone's going to still be working with Windows 7 in that regard, you're probably one of the folks who would actually know how to get away with that, so to speak.
Yep.
So
there is nothing of importance on that system. Someone hacks it, meh. They're getting nothing. It's also not like it's always on either. It's on every now and then, and yeah. Nothing of importance, so nothing to lose. Yay! Okay, so it looks like we're building the roof. Yep.
he's raising the roof, everyone.
Woot woot. Okay. I did the... Ah, yes, this does actually overlap as a visor effect. So yes, we have a roof.
Yes. We're getting there.
Oh yeah.
We're definitely starting to dwindle in pieces now.
Yeah, now we get to add in...
As I just draw things closer, not placing them, just
Yeah.
getting some things from off screen.
So we connect a rod and all. So that... Just adjust. Gotcha. Almost would have been easier to... adjust. There we go. So we have some of a nice gold trim. And these are designed to bend.
Ah.
I thought they were solid at first, which also means they do not stay in place in the posts here. So, because they're extra flexible. So what we'll do, we'll place the posts first. And then, if I Rip the roof right off.
Strong little suckers.
Yeah.
Springy.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna pick up the one that was underneath the...
Moderate bend the cable. Yeah. Get a bend in them first. Maybe then it won't rip the roof right off. Hey, it didn't rip the roof right off.
Hey.
Moderate.
Yeah.
There's no moderate about what I'm doing. This is trying to get so it will not immediately go back to memory and fly off. Instead, it breaks off other things. So yeah, this part could have been better. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Okay, I think I have. Yeah, that's attached nice.
Yeah.
It looks nice, but whew,
That was a little annoying.
that was fighting. Connected to the right side. Yeah, we knew this would be a long video. I just
Yeah.
didn't say it at the beginning. How dare. Oh.
And that's even not calculating in the slight delay while we were going, what the heck?
Yeah.
That hopefully should have been fully edited out in post, essentially, but
Partially.
still acknowledging it. Mistakes happen.
Definitely partially edited. I just used YouTube's editor. I haven't done it yet, I just know what future me's doing. Which is just going,
The snip.
the editing program is so slow. It's easier to go through YouTube and just snip out one section with ease. In all honesty, it really is. So, we have running boards now.
Yes.
So,
Or we have the lower part of the running board.
yeah.
Because I did put in these green bits earlier.
Yeah, so. Interesting. Undercarriage.
There we are. If you could hand me those pieces while you're looking at the next step. That was a little extra than I was intending, but we're going to contain, or attempt to contain, the pain. It does not appear to want to be contained.
So I unwrap a cable real quick.
Nope. Cannot contain the pain. But I can build the box.
The next step is, it would be recommending to use a battery box, which will essentially glue down right here, but we're not doing that in this case. So, yeet. And it just uses two CR 2020 or 2032 batteries, very common in series, and has a simple on-off switch. No, not yet.
Not yet. I'm impatient.
I know you are. Let me get... Okay, so wires are hooked up. I do one quick check. Quick check. Okay, we will show that more in a minute. So there is actually a sticker here to attach things. Okay. And at this point, so I'm going to be skipping over this part of the step, we have these two, which would attach here to glue down this. So again, you could have it completely free of external wiring. But that's not what we're doing. I am checking to see how it's doing other steps. Because with that, I can lay in the USB cable. Make sure I have about the right amount of room. Just says tear off. Do you have a tweezers by chance? There we go. That gets the glue. So that can attach there. And the wires will mostly be hidden. Again, if you're doing the the wiring directions are much nicer for a very clean, but this is going to have a wire out the side. Yep, now you can put the front tires on. Make sure
the pattern is facing outward, which is what I was about to do.
Let's see. They only go one way in this case.
Oh, okay.
These go one way too, actually.
Okay.
So, just to be clear. And let's see here. Not worried about a battery. The final step is putting a jewel in that, although the lid will not shut. It even says so in the directions. Blah, 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 blah. Just double checking. And now, so, here's the main build. Here's the USB cable. We plug.
A piece ripped off.
I will fix that real quick.
It was the bendy bar again.
Yep.
The culprit.
Yep. Curse that piece in particular. Okay. So now I blind the camera. And myself. Woo. So, yeah.
Well, that wasn't too blinding, I don't think.
No, until you stare into it yourself. Oh, that was a mistake.
I mean, if you look right at the light, I'm looking at the.
Yeah, on the camera it's
I'm
fine.
looking at the camera view.
But you said it wasn't too bad, but I looked directly in it. It's like,
My
wow,
bad.
Dude did a stupid. There's tail lights, front lights, and the interior lighting up the cab.
Dude did a Luke Skywalker examining the base of a lightsaber and holding it towards face.
Like, ooh. That would have made a very quick.
Very, very short trilogy.
I missed a piece somewhere, didn't I? Hold on. So I double check going, why do I have this spare piece?
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Oh. It hid the wire.
Ah.
So yeah, that just literally goes right on the back there. But yeah, if you had this in place, you can see it's well below the tire, actually hidden by this running board.
Yes.
The only issue is then the cable management here, which then you'd just be tucking under. making sure you had enough room to get to the switch. But again, we're using the USB because I like the USB.
Yes.
These batteries get expensive.
Yeah.
And a few extra pieces, not too many, but... So yes, very nice build all in all. Very nice, quality bricks.
Yes.
Some of the wiring could be better, but...
I think,
But all in all,
if we saw
solid.
If we saw a set we liked, I think we would do this again.
Oh, definitely. So yeah, this was the FunWhole Steampunk Vintage Car.
Yes.
Set F9019. I don't know why I felt like saying it again. Oh, I do. FunWhole's fun to say. I don't know why.
And also, it's been a while since we said that.
Yes, I just like doing that. Anyway, thank you for joining us today, and we hope you have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.